Welcome back to Doc's Hot Shop and Forge. So today we're going to make an axe. We have almost 2 kilos worth of steel. Flat plate is some unrolled drill casing, so medium carbon. I have a bit of old spring steel, unknown where it came from, for the pole of the axe, a little bit of ball bearing race for the cutting edge, and a piece of mild steel for the body. And this is probably going to be the one time where this drift will actually work reasonably well, because this taper is too much, and so it's always difficult to get a handle that will fit without carving away so much that you can't actually wedge it properly in the far side of the socket, because you know there's a huge chunk of material missing. Anyway, let's get these hot and we'll start shaping things to where they need to be. First things first, this needs to be forged more to shape. This needs to be reduced in width, squashed back to about that length. We need to fold that out and forge it generally flat. And then we're going to do some forge welding. A lot of forge welding. This is going to be fun. Let's get things hot. What I'm aiming to do is forge out this taper initially so I can bring it into a rectangle and then draw it out to the shape I actually want. This bit of spring steel is just about the right width, somewhere around the 15mm mark. That said, we've now gone out to like nearly 100mm and I need 65 to 70mm, so time to start upsetting it. Okay, so we've got this more or less to shape, or a rectangle. Time to start drawing out the wedge shape. For the edge weld. So we'll get this one down to that width. I'll probably keep it about that long, maybe a touch longer. This is about 5mm too long still. Still a little bit too long. I'm going to leave the width pretty much where it is now. So, with this, I'm not looking to curve it as yet because it's going to curve the wrong way. nor do I want to get too much width into it. Maybe a little bit more than this. So I'm going to get a lot when I do the actual drawing out of the edge. Okay, that is where we want it. A little bit over 15, that's fine. Put that aside. We nearly have this down to size. Now, if you want to minimize the amount of bowing, be directional with your forging. Use the peen, because it'll push things out as opposed to just everywhere. Good way to take some of that bow out. It's getting there. Probably don't need that one anymore. This is a side set, so it'll keep one side a little bit flatter. So I haven't gotten quite as far down as I'd like. Alright, now we're there. Now I can use my butcher to start getting it out proper. Okay, now we can fold that. And then once we've got that out, we'll forge this nubbin back in. One of those times where I wish I had a third hand. Okay, we've drifted quite badly. Okay. I think we actually got that. Might not be the most solid weld just yet. Okay. Oh. Man, I love that, kicks out some heat. Now this stuff is 20 millimeters wide. This is to help when it bends, not to tear the weld. Alright, this is the scary bit. We're going to actually try and fold it. Okay, that didn't fall off, so let's get it hot again and tidy up that end. To open this out a little bit. Time to clean this a bit. Okay. Okay, I think we're getting up towards welding temperature. I'll give it a couple of moments more. And then we're going to try and set this weld. That is hot. All right. Let's try and get some. Need to move that side a little bit. Right, back to working. This area. Okay, well, it hasn't come apart, so bodes well for those welds at least. All right, next step, we blend in that scarf weld. And then we have to slit it for the edge bit. All right, I skipped a fair bit of drawing out. What I need to do now is finish cutting a slot. What I'm trying to do at this point is get the bottom to a point because I rough these in with the angle grinder. So I just want that very bottom to be a little bit sharp. Okay, let's draw this out so we get a bit more weld area, and then we'll dig out the edge bit and see how we go. Really, I'm just going to try and see if I can set the weld. Try and set it on the block. Hot. Ow. Whoa, that is so bloody hot. But I think that is now welded. Is it welded perfectly? No. Is it welded well enough to stand up to being hammered a bit more? Probably. Okay, I think that's where we're going to leave off with the forging. At least down there on the blade anyway. Tomorrow's job, do the eye or the socket, and then we grind and heat treat. So at some point during the forging, the eye at this end collapsed a little bit. As you can see, so we're going to stretch it out a bit. Okay, now begins the real work. are literally about to break through. Okay. Oh, we're tearing. Well, the eye's tearing a little bit, but in this section it doesn't really matter all that much. Because literally we have this much eye. That wasn't where I meant to hit. I just don't think I'm going to win with that tongue. Good. So I've had it heating up in the forge, which I'm turning it on and off alternatingly, just to have a very gradual and uniform heat build up in it. So we're almost there. Okay, let's get this into the oven. Okay, so that's where I'm calling it on this project. Difficult for you to see because it's black on black, but I'll put some stills up. The axe has come out really well, short of the fact that the eye has some deficits, which I will put up photos at the end of, but is a remarkably efficient. So, come up really well. I don't know if you can see it. Blade is really nice, holds an edge beautifully, splits wood amazingly. Biggest deficit, I let the material for the eye get too thin during the forge welding. I am 6 months out of practice and I am slow. So I had about a pound's worth of scale loss. Normally I'd have maybe on the outside a quarter to maybe a third of a pound, which is really not that much. Fitting the handle, pain in the butt, but it grips really well, and to be honest, I think I could get away with not having wedged it. But anyway, enough chit chat, that's where I'm leaving off. If you've enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up, feel free to share on social media, and if you haven't already subscribed, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. When you do, don't forget, ring the notification bell. So get out to your shop, push your envelope, challenge yourself to do something you've never done before. This was definitely a design I've never contemplated before. But above all, stay safe, and I will catch you for the next one.